Did you find your Frisbee? You found it. Well, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Exciting news, our siding came in.
Our siding came in.
So we are gonna unload the trailer. We've had our solar panels sitting on here since we picked them up.
It's been a couple of months.
Yeah, it's been a couple months, and so we tried to pick them up with the tractor, but the pallet's frozen to the trailer bed. So we're gonna hand unload them and then just throw them into the barn so we can shoot up there. So,
yeah.
But look at these panels; they are just
they're giant.
Huge.
First of all, like
I mean, yeah, compared to the ones on top of the rig, they're like twice as big. And
maybe
so,
even more.
Yeah, they might even be more. So we're gonna go ahead and unload these, and then we'll shoot up to Coeur d'Alene and grab our siding.
All right.
So, all right, cool. Safety. What's the matter? What are you doing, buddy? Flammable weight.
Yeah.
Almost burned our chicken coop.
Well, good afternoon.
Afternoon, guys.
So yeah, we went up and we picked up our siding, and we had all these like intentions of like recording what we did up there. Like we ran a bunch of errands and all that, and
that was pretty boring, but it would have been fun to see the guy try to put this on our car trailer, because our car trailer it's not a deck over, so he has to like do some finagling to get the forks of the truck to get. It's just a big.
It took him quite a while to get it set on there, but
so we didn't want to record and make him even more nervous than what he already was. So,
but we have our siding, and it's supposed to rain for the next few days.
Yeah.
So we want to get it off of the trailer and into the barn so that it can stay out of the elements. And it was
funny, we picked
windy.
it up and went in and got it, and it said on the work order, keep inside. So
and it was outside.
And we know it was outside because it had like 2 inches of snow all over it. We're like, what is?
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's covered.
It's covered in plastic, and so we just in case there's any little holes or something in here before we get it up. Yeah, like that little bit right there. So we'll just throw it inside the barn. Plus, we need to do our trim first, and so that's at the bottom. So we got to get it off anyway. So we'll do that, throw it in the barn, and then it'll be nice and dry. So. And then we'll catch you guys back when we're start the siding, which is going to be, I'm excited.
Yeah, very exciting.
Cool.
Well, as per usual, it didn't go as planned. So we hand unloaded the 10-foot sheets onto the tractor, and now we're gonna just set them down in here, and then we'll grab the rest of it as well.
Let's see, let's put one sheet down. Right up your edge.
Which what?
How you like it on the 2x4? Oh, there's meat.
Yeah. For my chicken coop, yeah.
Chicken coop material.
Where do you want this?
Start over there, I guess.
Definitely stronger than I used to be. Physically, not emotionally.
Alright, so I'll get the tractor over there if you want to start picking that.
Should we flip it?
Yeah.
So we're not scratching it? Or the primed?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we are gonna start pre-painting our siding, and we went with a primed LP Smart siding. And one of the biggest reasons that we went with primed is because we have to paint the outsides of the shipping containers and the back doors. And so because we're gonna be spraying that anyway, we might as well just get primed siding. The pre-painted siding would, one, be hard to color match unless we got paint from LP. Two, we would have to wait 3 to 4 months to get that siding brought in, you know, special paint put on it, all that stuff. So the primed LP siding, we got our stuff up at Gibbs Lumber. They've been great. We've been working with them, and 1 to 2 days they had this in. And so it's just easier, faster for us. I have quite a bit of experience painting. I did that for a couple years when I first started doing construction. So I'm fine with pre-painting, with the pre-prime stuff and just painting it ourselves. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and get set up here. We got all the siding, like you guys saw, moved into the barn. We have like 3 days of rain coming up. So I figure you might as well use the nice barn that's dried in. So we're gonna go ahead and just stage this area in here, cover up the floor with some of the tarps that we got, and we'll start painting from there. You really want to mix this stuff up really, really good. We got this paint probably 3 weeks ago, and we've kept it over at Tanya's mom's, so it wouldn't freeze or anything. And I went and picked that up so we can start painting this stuff. But you really want to mix this up good. I find the best way to do it is just to shake it like this, and then I'll get a stick out and stir it after we open it up. Yeah, really good product. It has a lot of good reviews, and just exterior satin, and it's gonna be nice. All right, here's a couple of tools we're gonna be using. This, just your typical 9-inch roller pan. I've had this specific pan like probably for like 15 years. I never use a liner, I just keep re-rolling. So this paint's probably like 1/4 inch thick, but I just reuse these, so we'll be using that. A little mini roller. It's a little 5-inch mini roller. I've had this one for quite a while too, and you can see it's kind of beat up a little bit, and it'll get like some rust and stuff on it. And then the way you just tackle that is just take a little bit of sandpaper. This is just palm sander pad that I just folded over, and I'm just gonna sand this down. I haven't used this roller in quite a while. And then if you sand this down, get it nice and clean. I'll do a little bit more, and then I'm just gonna take some WD-40. This is Blaster. I bought these for the shipping container doors so I can soak those, but take a little bit of oil, not a whole lot, just a little bit. Put that on here, and then when you slide your roller on, it'll roll like it's brand new. Like I said, I used to paint a lot, so this is a good way to keep these rollers in good condition and keep them for a really long time. So we're gonna jump on that, but I just wanted to show you guys that. Some good paint right there. Well, all right, it's about noon. We as you see, we got our scaffolding set up. We bought a siding gun, and it didn't come with a plug-in fitting for the air hose. That was my fault. I should have checked that. We ended up taking off my pin nailer fitting, putting it on the new siding gun. So now we're up and running for that. All we need to do now is just get up there to nail this first fascia board. It took us a minute to figure out how we want to run this because of the angles of the 512, and then because we don't have a peak on this roof, we basically run into a problem where the fascia on the top of the barn is plumb, but the fascia running up is at a 512. So it creates a problem with lengths not measuring up. So this board is 7 1/4 inches wide, and then when we cut a 512, it makes it 7 7/8 or so wide. So there's that little bit of a gap of about a 1/2 inch or 5/8 or so. Now we have to figure out how we want to manipulate this fascia so that it all lines up and looks proper. And I think we figured out a good way to do that. So we're just going to go ahead and get the generator out and use the chop saw over here, cut a 512 on this first board, and then we got our spacers. For running this LP, you want to make sure that you space all your gaps. You don't want those boards to be touching. You don't want to do a miter at all. You want to have everything just butt into it, and then everything gets caulked afterwards. So we have these set aside, and we're ready to go. We just got to cut this, and then Tanya's gonna crawl up there. I'll hand her the board, and we'll start putting this fascia on.
Wow.
You gotta choke it. Choke top on the other side.
Where is
top.
Oh. All the way?
And then about halfway once it fires up. Halfway. And let it just warm up for a couple minutes, and then you can turn it all the way on. Very good. Quick. Perfectly holding the board up.
Wearing safety glasses.
In the barn. All right, we just got back from having lunch. As you saw, we ripped this board down, and the reason why is because I want to have a space where the soffit meets the wall, because our siding's going to go up in there. We're not going to put a freeze board on this wall, so I want to make that tight, run a bead of caulk up there. But if the siding expands at all, I want it to go up behind the fascia or the soffit board. So we put that up there. We have our helper. Fred is with us. He's going to be holding up one end of the board.
Because this soffit is extremely flimsy.
Yeah.
And we're both kind of worried that like trying to manipulate it and hold it up there without it like snapping in half.
Yeah.
So yeah, Levi built Fred there.
So we got Fred. He's going to be on the job for a while. He's real cheap labor. But so what we're going to do is stick one end on Fred, and then one of us will climb up on the scaffolding and then pull it up on there. And the reason why we want to do this now is because we have to nail all this, basically face nail. All this siding has to be face nailed. And so what you do is you have a little bit of touch-up paint, and you go back and you cover up those nail holes with touch-up paint. And since we have our scaffolding all set up right here, we might as well nail up our fascia, nail up our soffit, touch all those nail holes up with paint, and then tear the scaffolding back down or move it over, and that way we're done with this section of the roof, and we can just wrap our way all the way around
until we have to do siding, and then we have to put the scaffolding.
And then we do siding. We have to put it all back up again. Tanya loves setting up the siding. That's like her favorite part of the whole job.
I absolutely despise it.
Yeah, she really hates this stuff now for some reason.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
So, okay. All right. Fred, you ready? All right.
Gotta go this way, huh?
All right, Fred, you ready?
Okay.
All right, don't let go of it. Take your shim out just a little bit.
What do you mean?
That's good.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
So we ended by finishing up this side of the barn, and now we're gonna start on the east side of the west side of the barn today.
Yeah, so we figured we want to be able to use all of our nice full pieces on the front and back of the barn. So we have enough to do all the sides, obviously, but if we have any pieces, we want to put them on this back side of the barn where we're going to have our water catchment, and we're going to cover that up with a gutter. So it's really not crucial,
Right.
but for these other parts, like that tall wall right there, we want to make sure that those are nice big full pieces. So we want to do all those pieces first, and then jump onto the other parts. So
Right. Well, and this side is also gonna have a gutter.
yeah,
So we feel like if we're gonna piece any of that fascia together, that it needs to be where the gutter's gonna cover it up, and
Right.
it wouldn't be noticeable.
Yeah.
So
So we're just gonna go ahead and jump on this side of the barn, get this fully done. Then we'll do the front of the barn, and then we'll finish with this piece down here at the end.
yes.
So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So it's gonna go.
Don't you say it.
It's gonna go really hard. It's gonna be horrible, and the sun will go away definitely. And
It's beautifully sunny, but it is cold and it's windy. So, of course, Levi's, in pants and a sweatshirt, and I've got my bibs and my heated jacket on. And
yeah, it's gonna be 57 today, so it's only 40 something now, but it's gonna go good. So we got everything out. We got everything out and ready to go. So let's just fire the. We still haven't got the part to fix the big air compressor yet, so hopefully that's gonna come today.
It was supposed to come yesterday, and it did not, but now it says it's out for delivery. Plus, it's also got Ryder's blades for his clippers, because he looks ridiculous. Like we did that sometime last week. And he looks like he's got mange or something.
Yeah, it's terrible. So we're really hoping our UPS delivery gets delivered today, so we can get all that stuff, fix the air compressor, fix our dog, and then keep going on this project. So
all right, well, we're gonna get going.
Get going.
Where do you want me to hold it?
It doesn't matter. I'll just be the same as you.
This goes just like this.
Yep.
This is not that easy.
Alright. Just gotta do a little touch-up paint and pray that the gods will swell our boards.
Yeah, we're not really a fan of these
Oh, it's killing me.
big gaps. I don't know if you can see it. See if I can get you close.
But that's 3/16. That's what the instructions tell you to do for the swelling of the board. Now they're supposed to swell shut, so the way we used to do it back when I did this 10 years ago, we would caulk it like in a month, and then usually the board swells tight a little bit. It's just you can never get used to that, you know. Where I'm used to having to miter those and then have them nice and tight so they look good. But this stuff is not supposed to be mitered, so we're gonna follow the instructions so that we keep the warranty and do it exactly like they say. Now this is going to be covered up with a gutter, so it's not that big of an issue, and you won't be able to see that one way up there. So all right, you ready for the go upstairs time? You'll be fine.
Forgot my job.
Give me my block back.
Mr. Man. Leave it. Yes, good boy. Thank you.
Every time I cut a board, he thinks the scrap is his.
But that's not scrap.
But this isn't scrap, buddy. You're gonna have to wait. Oh, man. Sorry. All right. Pretty good. All the softened fascia on this side of the barn.
Yeah, we're gonna call it a day.
Yeah, that holding it above your head like that is just reeks. Just wrecks your back. So then we'll jump on the windows since we're up here, or we'll start on the back siding, or we'll move to the front. We don't know yet. We'll see what we feel like when we wake up. Tripping going up is better than tripping going down.
Why are you sharing with everybody my struggles?
You gotta show the real deal here.
I'm so tired.
So close.
Yeah.
Okay, come here. Go around. Yeah, good boy, Mr. Man. Are you a Frisbee champion? Yeah, you are. Are you a Frisbee champion?